Yeah, and just like that, we are back with the best there is, at the best there is, and you are watching the best there is, and that is the Creativist talk. I'm still with the number one Van Rap diva, the beautiful Rita Dee. I just discovered
You're
something.
making me blush.
I try.
Only the
I try.
king can, though. Only the king can.
I just discovered something that I didn't know. You say you started off as a radio presenter, as a
Yes.
radio personality.
You know how that came about?
Yeah.
After school, the taxi used to take me to my dad's workplace and then wait for my dad to knock off, and then we went home. So there was this other kiddies show done by Renanis Kwiru, Kabambe Narine. That was the name of the show.
That was before Danger.
It was before Danger could exist.
Yeah,
on Parapara
way
FM.
before.
Yes. And then I was sitting there outside, and they were talking about this issue of growing up locked in house. Like in this Adviaya, and then now when I'm over for weekend, for your actually we are pregnant.
Yeah.
That was the topic they were talking about. So so I just rushed to the studio.
And he has to wing it because it's on air.
And it's on air. And then I gave him my point, and my point was the best point, you know. And after the show, they were like, why Chimochipinga Asad the Ashit or Banyan? You know? My dad was not really impressed about it because it's his workplace. Then that's how it started. And then I was not really based there. I had to move at some point back home to Toyando. It was Pelukwane then. So I had to come back home. So I have the love for radio.
You fell in love?
Maybe I fell in love because after school I was in that scenario. I don't think it was passion.
Yeah.
That's one thing I found out about myself growing up. It was not passion. It was because the scenario and the surrounding. Sometimes surrounding can influence. So it influenced me to feel like I love radio. That's when I went for Univen Radio. You know Jones?
Yeah.
Mr. Lava Lava. So when I got there, every time after school, it was so funny. I was like,
Mr. Lavala.
because I problem. Oh, no problem.
Every day. What's happening?
And then Mr. Lava came and asked me, are you interested in this? I'm like, yo, so the first trick was like, I did a jingle yao. That I showed TV, and but the troll were parapara.
Wow.
So I told her, so all I'm trying to space here.
Of who I
Of Ras to go. Mamma says, and especially the manager is the content here. So he was moving to Parapara.
Yeah.
And but the re jingle away or trauma. I just got Parapara later. Jones. I did that jingle for him, his first jingle.
Can you do it again?
Jones. But my voice was very smooth then because I was young. You know, when you're young, you got the smooth voice.
Before you go through life's experiences.
Before the diva.
Before
the deep diva.
Beverages start hitting the throat.
Before the diva.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Then I hanged around after he left. Both Face. Shandu, Madima.
Shandu Madima.
Yeah,
Mr.
then
S.
Master G, given Mraudzi. So they saw something in me. But then they couldn't give me my own show because I was very young and they didn't really understand me. It didn't really make sense. So then they gave me some. I came up with some content myself. Yeah. Like, okay, fine. I have something called Makoya Gossip. You know?
Hey.
And
Hey. The headaches of all the artists.
Yes, the first hype created in Venda. Yeah. So I was trying to create hype. So I presented it to the station manager, Chirizi, and she was like, this is what we want. It was Makoya Gossip and Hot Sit. The Hot Sit was the only place where an artist can sit and, you know, I work amongst artists. So I don't know like a guy. So I used to put every dirty laundry on radio. So that made it the best breakfast show.
But then, coming to that, right?
Oh, and then I was called, not Rita Dee then, I was called Fly D.
Fly D.
It started as Fly D.
Coming to that, right? When your dirty laundry was then aired, did you feel like, yo, this is karma, I'm paying for all those things that I did? It's coming back to me and...
Okay. Makoya Gossip started in radio.
Yeah.
And then I took it to newspaper.
The newspaper, yeah.
I went and approached Ngereza, who was the director of Makoya Multimedia.
Yeah.
And then the owner is Antoni
Yeah.
Vutzback. So the white guy took it. So it was radio and the local paper.
Yeah.
So it was working hand in hand. Remember, I'm a journalist now and I'm not even qualified.
But I'm saying, because you're running away from a question. you are running away. I'm saying, when it happens to you, and now you're dirty laundry, and now everyone is in your business.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, Indigo Bandera?
No, never. You know why? Because when you're passionate about something, the industry is cruel.
Yeah. You understand how it works.
And I've seen it being cruel to other people. And I've worked out hypes on other people's brands. And I know you know, I won't mention artist names, but there were a whole artist
You
who
can.
told me.
With me, you can.
Okay. There's a
You
whole
can-
lot
you
of
can mention the name.
there's a
I'm
whole lot of
playing.
artists who came gun for me, like Marondoro, you know, after I did
Oh, she
article
just
on
did.
her.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know.
Oh, you were pushing for me.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So there were artists who that's most venda uri.
Zwi
We have
diswana,
another
that's how the
hype, you know what I mean?
entertainment industry
That's how
is.
it works,
Yeah.
you know, for you to get numbers or whatever. So ndathi motho obengiwa zwabukuma zwavengola lori hongwana otonga ukhulwa na success ukhulwa na uri bavenda bavelele, you know. There were actually songs that were made about me.
I remember.
You know, Makoya, WFLR, Chiefo, they ganged up with some artists trying to pull me down. But this is the best part. Makoya Gossip, the newspaper sold out in less than 3 hours. Every garage, every shop.
Because they were trying to break you down, but it actually worked.
It worked. So it worked in my
Cutting you off. Cutting you off. This is a yes or no,
Okay.
and then we move on. Is being on radio worth it financially?
No.
Okay, that's it. We're back again in a minute. I'm not going to take any offense because I'm on radio, but we're coming back in a minute. It's still the Creativist talk right here. Mr. Majo, the beautiful, the queen, Rita Dee. We're back in a minute. Stay tuned.